Habari ma Afrika, mimi ni King, nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Asante kwa kutazama King's So. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been wanting to cover the story of the new Secretary General of the Mkhonto Wesizwe political party, and I think congratulations are in order for Dr. Bongani. I hope I pronounced that properly. And also, there's a new Deputy Secretary General, Umama Unomsa Dlamini. I think we have to talk about that. The mission and the task that is in hand for them to steer the MK political party into a right direction is going to demand a lot of dedication from their side. Again, I want to touch on the topic of Operation Dudula. I see there's a lot of noise that is happening right now. You know, in the past weekend, there were 3 ladies that were arrested from Operation Dudula, and those 3 ladies, I think, were released yesterday with no bail, with free bail, and they will be back in the courts on September and all of those things. Is this issue of blocking people, migrants, whether foreign or documented or undocumented, the right thing to do for Operation Dudula? Let's talk about that, Paseta, and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King's So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane, Hoses in Chiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, we are touching just 2 topics. I might touch more, but I want to speak about Mkhonto Wesizwe political party. I want to speak about Operation Dudula. Thank you so much for everyone who has continuously donated to the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. We really appreciate your support. Please visit our website, www.paseta.africa. That's where you will find us, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we've got a new Secretary General in the MK political party. It's funny because both that position, the Secretary General and the Deputy Secretary General, the 2 people have moved to Imaibuye movement. You know, it was Floyd Shivambo, who was the last Secretary General of the MK political party, and Mamumkize, who has moved to join Floyd Shivambo, that side. So it's very interesting that those forces have moved over to Maibuye. We'll speak about Maibuye on another video. I want to focus on the MK political party today, because the MK political party had a period of about a month plus without a Secretary General. And the reason it was because there were hard negotiations that was happening behind closed doors. I had a lot of things. I think already a month ago, I announced to you guys, hey guys, there's this type of person, his name is starting with a T. He will be the new secretary of Mkhonto Wesizwe, because we're getting insights from people. Understand? It later came out from other people, not from myself, that Tony Yengeni was the one who's going to be the Secretary General. But I've announced it long time ago. But we chose not to do a breaking news like my sister Uzizipo did and Manjisen and Bulala. It is true. Those things were being said in the background. They've been said, you know. So now there's the stories that I had with the people that wanted to be the Secretary General is that they came in with strong conditions. And part of those conditions was that you guys cannot take me as a Secretary General and then 6 months later or 1 year later or just before the elections, the local elections next year, and then you kick me out. I'm not going to take this job if it does not have some form of security. And some people were coming in with demands. If you take me, you also have to take this person in. If you allow me to rule here, I'm going to need you guys to put this person in this position. And also there's this fight. You guys who think everything is all running smooth in the MK, it's not. They are trying to manage the tensions and the factions around Jacob Zuma, because Jacob Zuma is too nice of a person, and the person is being used by the people around him. And someone said, stop giving batting in Jacob Zuma a lifeline. He also understands what he's doing and how he's playing this game. Understand? For me, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The way the people started fighting each other in the MK political party with Floyd Shivambo and Mary Paddy and all that drama. For me, I was like, you can't lose both of them. You can't lose both of them. And after Floyd left, I think they were supposed to make strategic and executive decisions to place Mary Paddy somewhere where she stays in the leadership of Mpumalanga, and also maybe take in places somewhere in the legislature or something. But I would have tried to place them somewhere where they can work. But it was not going to be easy with Mary Paddy because of the things that she was saying publicly. She was going on podcasts and everything, meaning that she was not. She was frustrated because she could not get through to Ubaba. Now, the issue of the Secretary General is that you have to bring in someone who's going to be the spine of the political party, who's going to have the character to stand up against branches, against the royal, the traditional leaders, the religious leaders, who's going to stand with the youth of the MK political party, the youth league of the MK political party, who's going to be the bridge between the voters of the MK political party and Ubaba, because the Secretary General carries that type of powers. And now we've got a new person who Dr. Bongani, and I was like, hey man, who's Bongani? Who's Bongani? Because at one point I said, maybe it would be good for the MK political party to bring someone that we absolutely don't know. Absolutely don't know, but who's got the credentials of saying, I've got history on building organizations, and here's my proof. This is what you guys can research me on. This is what I do. So I was like, Ubongani, and I was thinking, this guy, who is he? Let me try to research. Let me try to get something from him and everything. And I was like, Hyman, okay, the only thing that we have right now is the little acceptance speech that he was speaking to the members of the media. And they asked him, what is it that you are bringing in? And he answered that question. So let's listen to Dr. Bongani.
For me, I think what I bring as a different acumen to the position is the administrative ability. I've been there, I've done it before, understanding how to shape the direction of the organization, leading being organizations, and positioning them for growth and success. I've done that many a time before in the corporate world. I'm not the type that enjoys the spotlight. Basically, I come from the trade union ranks. I've been in politics a long time, but I'm not the type that actually enjoys the spotlight. So I bring the political background from a trade union perspective, and I've done strategies for political parties in the past, and I've also done some strategic work for Umkhonto Wesizwe. So it's nothing new. The fact that people have not seen my face doesn't mean I haven't been there. It's just that I'm not the type that really enjoys the spotlight. You cannot have such a huge organization without a structure that is functional. Right now, I bring a functionality to the structure, and we will have to streamline the leadership and make sure that we actually align square pegs with square holes, not square peg in round holes. Right now, we have got a lot of people who are talented, gifted, but they are just misplaced in different. So we will have an opportunity now to engage them. Those that need equipping, we will equip them and empower them.
Okay, so we've got someone here, Dr. Mwango, who is bringing administrative abilities. He says, according to him, he's been in the trade union sector for quite a long time. And the reason that we don't know him is because he does not enjoy being on the spotlight. Okay. So Mina, I'm one of those people. If you guys have been watching my podcast for long, you know, I wish every African person good luck. So with this person, I'm taking a new, because we don't know him. We don't know how all we have is this little clip that we have and some information online, but nothing much to go in terms of political experience. Trade union is a very it's a difficult industry to operate in. It's a difficult environment that you're going to operate in. You are always fighting disputes and fighting employers and all of those things. So it's not easy to be there. So if he served there for many years, we hope that he's bringing all of these qualities. I'm a little bit worried that he's a person who does not like the spotlight, but I think he's giving me that vibe that he is ready to rise to the occasion of being a Secretary General. So yeah, I agree with him in terms of saying a lot of people are misplaced a lot of talented people are misplaced in the MK political party. I don't think he is going to carry the power to shift people around. If he thinks that, he must think again. They won't give him that power. But let's see what will happen, ladies and gentlemen. So for me, as King said so, when it comes to Dr. Mwango and Umamu Nomsadla Mini, I'm wishing them all the best. Floyd and Umamkize, they ran that. There was a cohesion, like a flow between the two of them. So I'm wishing these two the best luck. Okay, so that we see. But things are going to happen, and the material will be tested. So I'm not going to make a judgment now before anything else is proven otherwise. So good luck to him. Good luck to the MK political party. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say, guys. For now, that's all I'm going to say. I'm sure many things. He will be online answering a lot of questions on media and all of that, and we will get more. We'll get to know him a little bit more. Let's go to Operation Dudula. From day one, you guys know that I am against the issue of, I almost want to say abusing our African brothers, because we South Africans carry power to do so. What do I mean by that? Many people want to operate according to the constitution when it suits them. And when it doesn't suit them, they want to bring the law into their own hands. Okay, and you cannot do that. I said, you cannot, as Operation Dudula, stand on the queue or on the entrance of the hospital, and ask everyone to queue outside and say, take out your ID document. And those who don't have ID document, hambani. And those who are foreigners, whether documented or not documented, hambani. You cannot do that. You can't. The frustrations of Operation Dudula, it does not have to go to only to the clinics, but it has to go directly to the minister. The law of South Africa, according to the people of Operation Dudula, needs to change to favor South Africans more. Like intentionally put South Africans first, according to them. Up until that time has come where the constitution is changed. Unfortunately, I cannot advocate for a pregnant woman to be kicked out, a child to be. I saw videos where children were returned from the gate of a clinic, where South Africans were chased back for not having their ID documents and everything. I'm like, this is wrong. You can say whatever you want. It's wrong. It's not lawful. Now the three ladies were arrested throughout the weekend. They spent the weekend in prison, in jail, the waiting cells probably, waiting to appear in court, and they appeared in court yesterday. Throughout Women's Day, they were in jail. It was really not nice for those ladies. I don't wish that. So one of them came out and said, "Oh, I'm so traumatized. I'm so traumatized," because they didn't think that the South African law will take course. That is the problem, guys. Our law and our politicians simply don't care. I saw the EFF shame going to other clinics, trying to help our African brothers, and the EFF was pushed out very quickly. You understand? And we will remember who stood with the African people. We will remember. I'm one of them. If you want to attack us for defending our African people, attack us. We are not saying people must come to South Africa undocumented or illegally. So no, but currently, according to our constitution, everyone who is in South Africa has got right to basic health care, according to our constitution. So I don't know, man. Someone must help Operation Dudula to do something. And again, the community of Soweto and whatever, they still vote for the ANC. They still vote for the other political parties. There's nothing you can do at the level where Operation Dudula is. Operation Dudula is more like a civil movement. It's not a political party, even though they are now registered as a political party. But they are too far from power. They are too far, not even one seat in parliament. They are too far from power to bring the change that they are talking about, unfortunately. So leave your thoughts on the comment sections, ladies and gentlemen, and tell me what do you think. There's so many organizations funded to fight Operation Dudula. That's something that we need to talk about. Even more Doctors Without Borders coming out and, speaking, condemning the actions of Dudula and everything. And everyone understand there is a huge burden in terms of the numbers of people being served in clinics, So I say there's nothing, like, just create 2 lines. Create a line of and it will be interesting to hear the statistics, because all of us are assuming that they are saving more foreigners than South Africans, but I have not heard anyone speak the numbers actually to say in these clinics 51% of the people who are getting service here are foreigners. I'd like to hear those type of statistics and also measure them in terms of the entire country, hear what is going on in that regard, So for me, demonstrate, protest, do whatever you want to do, but you are not the security. You don't work at the hospital. You are not the nurse. You are not the employer of the nurse. You can't instruct the nurse to assist this person and not insist that person. And with that being said, I have to speak to my African brothers and sisters also. You can't come to South Africa illegally and then expect to eat the fruits of of the taxpayers' money. You can't do that. Some of you are making it so difficult for us to defend you. Even in some of the videos, you are being rude. It's like you are making it so difficult to defend you. Make the job easy. Speak to your fellow African people to say, guys, healthcare, we pay for it. There's a general practitioner. We go there. That's where we get help for this and this and this and that. Because we know it's difficult at home and you are here to hustle. Speak to your brothers not to commit crime. Speak to your sisters not to commit any crime, so that you can be respected, man. Like, there must not be any complaints about you, like Namibia, like Botswana. Where have you had people complaining about those 2 countries? So please, man, carry yourself better in our country, so that when we defend you, someone does not bring a clip and say, look what they are doing, and bas valumlomo fast. So please, my people, let's live together as Africans. Let's live together as Africans. It's not easy. It's not easy, we know, but let's try to work together. But tell me what you think about this issue of Operation Dudula. Do you motivate that they must stand at gates and shut the gates down and manage traffic? And I saw videos, they look nice. You go to the clinics, the chairs are empty, no queues, no whatever. Person comes in 1 hour, they go out. If I'm a South African, I would definitely enjoy that. Sometimes you don't want to spend the whole day at the clinic, because the clinic, as South Africans, we have accepted that the clinic is a day visit. You go there the whole day. You arrive there before 7. You're gonna leave there past 3. Some of us have accepted that. So yeah, unfortunately, that is not nice. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in on King Says So. Let us meet on the flip side. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace and Pan-Africanism. I salute you.